Yeah, good day. Welcome to Multinet Design in our project of a 2-bedroom middle class design housing. So, as we have said in the last video, we were able to design convert this to this particular site plan. This is a survey plan, but we convert it to site plan to make it a good references to what we want to design. So what do we say? We are designing a 2-bedroom apartment, something that have this kind of appearance. So the permission is being taken from the client to do something similar, but this is not going to take the whole content of this project, because we are going to deviate a little bit out of it and put into our own creativity, something like that will be more beautiful, maybe increasing the height or things like that. So now let us go back to our main tutorial. So if you are joining us for the first time, kindly subscribe to this channel. At the same time, if you are part of a regular viewer, continue to share and continue to join the design principle of daily basis. So now what we want to do is that I want to first make this entire thing a vertical part. So I want the one reference line to be altogether vertical. So I'm starting from here by clicking this particular so I'm setting a very perfect vertical line for that. So I will select all the selectable. Good. So as I've done that, I will highlight as well. Highlight so that to pick this one that are excluded. So select this in place. So now you say rotate. In your rotate, click toggle on a copy. I don't want copy to be there. I don't want to repeat any of this. So I just want to bring it to the point and do the needful. So now I'm selecting this from here and you drag it to this point. So elements are going to be deleted. Say okay. So good. So the lines, the dimensions are gone, but the whole things retain their own permanency. So that's what we want to do. So you can decide later and bring them to whenever they want to be. So for now, let us concentrate ideas on what is necessary. And what are those things that are necessary are the design principle that we want to bring to this place. So now click on this and say hide. So now you have hide. So we are starting this project by first of all creating setback. Click on this and say, so setback for this building you are going to be, now in Nigeria we use 3,000 as the setback standard, but now since it's an international project you can use 2,000 because of the space. So now you say 2,000 offsets, at the same time 2,000 offsets at this side. So we are going to concentrate idea here. We build this up, then before we decide to rotate on another side. So what we do here, we are starting this project per se. So our first level is to start the building and create the wall. So select this wall and go to this and say which wall did you need. So I think this particular wall is generic one. So I'm using edit this. So I'm going to use 225. That is 9 inches wall. That is most common in that area. So we use that particular wall to do whatever we want to do. So let's start the project by clicking the first aspect of design. So draw it vertical. So just get it that way. So as you are done with this, the next thing, click this I don't like that particular shadow for now, so I'm still going to use it later, but not for now. So I'm starting my project by designing what is good for me. So this one is that you draw the first line. Sorry for that. So you draw the first line. As you do the first line, you close it. So you create your room. As you create the room now, you readjust this process by, so the dimension is going to be something that you must always pay cognizance experience to. So how do we do? The first thing that this particular building takes some unique form, and that is what you must understand. So I'm taking this now, align the wall to the external. So as you have done with that, so the next thing is that you bring this to bear by closing it down. Good. So you create another thing here, which is going to be your living room. Let's just say it that way. So you are just like comprehensively gathering the information of this particular building together. So the next thing you do is that you have to be systematically creating the rooms for yourself. So 3.3 for the room. So you get something here because you have to put a toilet in place. So I'm closing this down to get another room. So in this one now, I think I have an idea of what I've created. The reason is simple. In this luxurious room is going to be a 2-room. They're going to be sharing general toilets and the kitchen for everyone. So here we have entrance into space for themselves. So now what we want to do is to permanent the whole reaction by checking whether those dimensions are accurate or not. So the first thing I do is that a temporary dimension, so that we allow my design to be coordinated. So now, so I have this in place and I have this in place. So I think with this one now, they are almost a regular standard room that they serve no further sympathy from confusion. So now this is what you do, and I think we are good to go. So this is one. So now the adjustment is going to be 360 because this is a bigger room. The reason why is serve as a, let's say, like master. So increase this one to like 2001 because it says now this one reduce it to 3100 as well. Good. So this one you change it to 3100 as well. So you still maintain this one to be 1400 because it's a single. So at this junction we bring this one to 3300. Good. So we have all this in place by arranging the whole process in the way it should be. So what of this side? So this one is going to be 5000. Press enter. So now you align everything to this point. So as you have it, the 5000 is due have a doorway that is more comprehensible, fine, which is beautiful. So this guide contains door perfectly. So as we have done with this, so the next thing to do is to create is to bring into existence the entrance. Follow the entrance. So where will the entrance be? The entrance is going to be somewhere here. So let me use a floor slab to create that, and I will give the expression of that. So I'm going to use this and say good here and here. So I first close everything down. So as I've closed it down now, I have the idea of what I want to do. So the next thing is that click finish. Let's see something. So the next thing is that I'm going to create an entrance for this particular, so for this particular apartment I'm creating this, and by selecting the wall, so I'm dividing this store into two. Let me use it this way. Yes, so I'm dividing it into two. I'm going to do that is that I will select this dimension and see create similar. So see this and see good. So I think this is big enough to, so if it's not big enough, just select and increase it to 1450. I think that should be enough to carry whatsoever you want to carry within this space. So this one, you will do, you have something to do with it? The answer is yes. So we are done with this particular thing. So what we do is that we edit, and then you change this formula, bring it here, and then close it down. So from here you break this into two. So the process of designing things like this is that you consider the number of people that are going to be living, because this one is a family house, as something that not a single person can stay in. So it's a 2-bedroom that is meant for the middle class people, economic class people. And what I mean by that is that these are the people that the dominated society. So this is something that they will need. So whenever they have the whole house, they'll be able to use whatever they want to use within themselves without inconvenience one another. There is no ensuite in this level. So now what we do next is that we have created this, which is okay, but we can still delete this and close it up entirely. So you have your design in place. So I want to mirror this before I go for the next action. So I'm mirroring this, mirror. So the mirror I'm going to start from the middle here. You see some many things jam together, but not because of that word. So just delete the one that is overlay, like this ones. So there. So you select this, delete one of this, and this particular one now you edit it and make it a normal broadening design. So you can at the same time mirror it. So mirror this and say mirror, select the center and mirror it. So it's there already. So delete this middle one, and then you close the whole things together. Good. You are having this in place. So now you close this down, because this belongs to different apartments. So you cannot be accessing each apartment from one another. So you open this up and you open this up, because this one is going to serve as archway. There won't be door inside here. So as you have done it now, we have 2 rooms, 1 wing, 2 rooms, the second wing. Now we want to create this place to be for stair, because we are going up as well. So we are done with this for now. So the next thing we need to focus our attention on is that the other side of this. And what I mean by other side is that this particular place is going to take the same configuration. So how do you do that? You copy this and you say mirror with copy is what we do this time around. So take this one to this point. After that point, then you extend it to this area. So as we do like that, what we just need to do now is to select from any point and say angle 90 degree, drop it. So you move this, then stop it here. So are you seeing it now? It's getting greater than what it's supposed to be. This is the reason why you need to adjust so many things in the space. So it's now bigger and longer, which is not advisable because we want to manage the land. So you move it to, like, let's say give it a space of 1200. Good. So that place will accommodate the essence of traveling. Now what we want to do is that this one has given you the guide that this land is not going to accommodate this entire space. So what we do is to reduce this. How do you reduce it? This is how you start. So you plane the one side of it entirely. You know, it's a mirror design. So you clean that side of it, then you reduce them into bare minimum. So instead of this will be 1008, at the same time this one is going to be 1800 as well for the pitch. So here we reduce this one, instead of 750 it is to 1250. So it's becoming more reasonable. Then this one you reduce it to 3300. So reduce this again to 2900, and you reduce this particular one to 1400. So this is just the principle of designing. So its design must always comfortable with the complex and the concept of what you are doing. So 3000 again at this junction. So everything has been reduced to bare minimum. So the whole area is not bogus like before any longer. So when you look at this, then we need to reduce this sitting room as well. So when you select that sitting room, select it with every other wall, so that by the time you are manipulating it, everyone will follow. You are going to start from beginning again. So I'm reducing this one to, let me just say 200, taking away from it. So click OK. Good. So it moves. So I have it in this space. So do you just see the way this one works? So now we want to, this guy, delete it. So this one now, what we do, we mirror it. So copy and say mirror. So from this mirror, so you look at what you have done. So you do this by saying from the middle, you draw the line to this point. So take this distance, whether it's okay or comprehensible. Still maintain very bogus side. So I'm not going to maintain that. So I'm going to select this one and adjust it. So I'm going to adjust it to just say move 75. So I'm having 1100 as my. So the same thing I'm going to do here too. So or I delete this, so I bring this entirely come into play. So you mirror this entirely. So do not feel tired of this design, because it's a principle that will assist and help you a lot. So you do that and you do this. So at this junction, you can now select this and delete, select this and delete, because they are now double. So everyone that is double there is no more needed. So we're done with this. Then edit this and bring it to control. So select, close, select, close, select, close. So this is it. You have this in place for now. So test it whether what we've done is still right. So when you click finish, adjust this one and move it up a bit. First, take this angle to the last point. So from there now you take it away from, let's say 2000, sorry. Press enter. So it's at 2000 from this edge. So the front here, maneuver yourself towards the building. So now you select this and you say mirror, like we have said before. So your mirror is going to start from here, and you select this angle. So you to remember, mirror copy is what you do. It's not without copy. So you bring it here, 90 degree. Good. So you say move. You select this edge and drop it here. Drop it here. So now you have space to do whatever you want to do at this junction. So as you have brought down, so you are going to bring this one to this past edge. So you say move again. So you click here and take it and drop it here. So when you drop it here, check the distance between these two buildings. It's accommodative enough. Good. So that's big enough space that you have already done at that level. So this one, you look at this from front, is it having the same issue with what you're having there? So okay, so 1011, so 1000, check this side too, 1015 approximate. So no matter what the case may be, this is a little bit recommended for the design object and design aspect of this level. So we have already created things like that. So we need to create another single flat that will be here. That's what we want to do now. So this particular flat is going to occupy this area because that is what the client requests for, and it's still going to maintain the same facilities as this. So we are starting it straight up. So create this one and say create similar. So I'm going to create this particular one from this point of view. Good. So I'm dropping it to the back of this. So I'm taking it down. So it's not going to be, so I'm good is using this particular figure. So here you're having it design going down. So here the bedroom, and this one is a straightforward design that, okay, as we have it now, we have a sitting room which is going to be here. At the same time, we are creating kitchen and dining. So the reason why we have dining is because of the cross ventilation for the living room. So you do it here. Good. So from here now you can say, okay, it's going to have some certain toilet in space. So all this thing is done by mere aggregator space. This is how you define and configure space in building. So you have the complete L-shaped building that we are projecting to have. So we are done with this now. We are through. So what we need to do now is to put window where doors where they're supposed to be for start now. So that we know where you enter from, where you go. Some of these are still going to change in the nearest future. So let us start. You put door here. So you put door here because it's the kitchen. So the bathroom, you put door here, and you put door here. You do the same thing here, you put door there too. So as you have already selected all the doors all around, so you have to use door in one of these places, but not now. So you select this and say select on instance in this view. So what we do is that you mirror this so that we have a quick design expression. So you mirror that. So here too, now you need to do this. You don't need to mirror that one again. So you just need to do the same thing as you have done here. Complete there. So you do here and do the same way here. So as you have done with that, you can, for the quick, instead of you doing that, so you can just let's finish it up as quick as possible. So here it's the same thing. You enter through this place. So your kitchen, good, fine. So this is a defined calling of what we have done. These are done with a expression of the unity. So now we put the windows. So you edit your window. What type of window are you looking for? What sort of window are you? So I'm going to use long window. So I'm using this particular window which is longer, or edit it. Check the height should be like 1500, while the width should be exact 900. Or let's say 600 because I want them to have the double. 700. Good. So now I need to have double window here. Something is missing that you did not do. So select this, just delete, select and say 2100, 2100, sorry. $2,100. Good. So create similar. I need to type 2,100 again. So anywhere you go now, this will adapt you, and you'll be able to adapt the system to your design. So you put those doors where they're supposed to be. Those window. Sorry for slip of tongues. So that's how design complexity used to make somebody say things that's not planned for. So I am doing this one now to make sure that everything is in place, everything is in order. So we've done this. Is the next one we'll focus on. So you can have your window to the kitchen at the front, it does not matter. So that will help you. So you do the same thing here. So and beautiful. So we are done. And we're done. So this is the floor plan that we have done here today, and in the next class we are going to continue the whole process. So thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe to the channel, at the same time like and share. So we'll see you in the next